Hey, what's going on? So this is about dust. And so now I've done some high profile inspections in my time. And so this is actually one of my inspections. And this was the aftermath of two towers that uh, went down. And if you see where I'm circling, there's a building there that was, I mean, a stone's throw away from this. So it was a penthouse suite. You can see the top of the top here is the suite I was going to inspect 5 years after this incident, and they want to know, hey, is this still safe? Is there dust in the house? So I went down to New York, and it's probably been a while. And of course, this is kind of like what it looked like when I went down there. And they had a penthouse suite. I believe it was, I don't know, 10 million bucks or something or more. I don't remember. And so we did a bunch of tests. So these are different kind of air tests. Okay, we're not going to get into VOC testing and carbon dioxide testing and lead testing and you know viable mold testing. We um, viable mold testing. We did aerosol testing, asbestos testing, and here we go. So here we are. We're in the. So here's the dust samples. Let me move it down here. So this is the back hallway, and mind you, that the government went in its place and cleaned it 3 times. So we did another test, and this just tells you not just this house, but your house, your attic. You open up your attic, every house has a dust. It's the fingerprint of that house. And if you had a lead smelter around you and 50 years ago, you got that dust. It's still up there until you get rid of all the dust. And every cat and dog creates their own fingerprint of DNA dust, and all dust. There's not one dust that's the same. So we did some tests here, and we did it in the ductwork, and we did it in the walls. And this video, like I said, isn't about about this. Now this is kind of cool. I own one of these things. That's called a laser particle counter, and these are really cool. I do 6 channels. So I could tell you if your house is dusty and what room is dustier than the other, and if you sit on a couch, it causes a plume. Does your air cleaner probably work? Does your HEPA filter work? And it's called a laser particle air counter. Then you do profile testing, and I do a lot of that. I still have this gauge and use it sometimes. And so, anyway, so we did particle profiling, and this is just like this house doesn't matter. It's your house that matters. Cloth furniture. Do you clean your house? Do you vacuum your house? Do kids sneeze? Do you have pets? Depending on, did you have a mold problem, a water problem? So you want to keep the house clean and dust. You want to have air cleaners. You want to probably get away with not use cloth furniture so much. Here you can see pre-1970 home. Yes, of course you're going to have lead. And then, of course, I kind of screwed up because I was doing viable mold testing here. And so I did a SUMU, which is a VOC test. I think that looks like a little spaceship over there. And it came up with very high ethanol counts because you know what? I cleaned my equipment with this stuff. And I should have done that test first, then did the mold testing. And there's the mold results. And now this is the part that's pretty cool. That shows you that and don't look at it what this is from. Okay, you all know what this is from, right? We're not going to get into that because sometimes YouTube will take things down. But look at this. So this is the particle testing that you do. By the way, these tests are between 600 and 1,200 bucks. So just assume you got lead, not lead, but dust, and clean it unless you want to spend money. And this lab was right downtown. I took it right there, drove it there. So these are all the tests: asbestos, lead, fibrous, mineral, quartz, calcium, gypsum, clay, unidentified, and inert organics. Right? What could that be? See right there, it could be bone. Unidentified organic, yes. So this is what the government they found. And see the yes, 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 yes. Look at my test. Marco's test in 2006. All yes. Okay. So what this means is that it's very difficult to get rid of dust. And you want to clean your house of dust. You want to seal up any holes. Now, if you got a house that's got vermiculite insulation or some type of friable insulation, you want to make that not you don't want it to communicate with your home. So Air cleaners work great. HEPA cleaners. Make sure you change your filters. Always check your filters in your vacuum cleaners. Stay away from carpets. Stay away from any types of resins and things that outgas volatile organic compounds. You want to be as natural as possible, and you don't want to have cloth that breaks down. The pets, I hate to tell you, but the number one cause of asthma in this country is little babies walking on carpets. When you walk on a carpet, you kick up that plume, and they're breathing all those fecal pellets, from the saliva, because they live off that saliva from the dog and cat and skin fragments. Bad, 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 bad. And then you might want to put covers on all your beds, like plastic covers, not because you pee your bed, but just to have them. Because when you old mattresses will break down, old couches will break down. You want to buy couch covers that are plastic. And I'm not telling you to live in a cellophane wrapping, but I'm telling you got to think about dust. And dust is what causes damage. And if you live in an area with high dust particles, by the way, there is a great site that you can get to. It's called Earth Null School. You're going camping, you're going traveling, go check it out. And then if you know how to maneuver that one, it'll tell you if that area you're going to, there's smoke from a fire or a volcano, or there's wind picking up sand. You don't want to be anywhere where there's particulates, especially small micron stuff, 0.3s, 0.5s, 0.7s, go right down your lungs. Okay? You don't want to be in those areas. And you also want to cover it with PPR, your face. If you're going to an attic, you haven't been there, you open up an attic access, you crawl in a crawl space. So this is kind of cool. I'm just going through my files, and I'm looking at my results compared to the results 5 years before that. And guess what? It was all there. So, hey, thanks for coming on. Oh, by the way, if you have house problems, issues, I do provide services. All you got to do is Google Clevelandmarko, Marko with a question. Clevelandmarko with a question. And this year, next couple of years, it's only $29, 15, 20 minutes. Send me some photos. We'll talk. I'll ask you questions. If you can't get your house problem solved, or you want somebody to read your estimate, you're not getting taken by a waterproofer or a driveway guy, or you have a question that did something wrong, send me some photos. We can talk. Also, below, I have a few links for some products. I'm an Amazon affiliate, so buy some stuff for me if you need them. Sometimes they're related to the video. And also up top, there might be a bell. Hit that and you'll get my latest video. So rate, subscribe, share. Hey, thanks for coming on.